Okay, good morning everybody. Let's see the mass transfer operations, last four problems. Today we will complete unit 1 completely, the mass transfer operations. Okay, in the last class we have seen the previous many problems regarding the diffusion. So part B problems which are related to mass transfer coefficients as well as wetted wall towers we are solving. So among them the wetted wall tower, this is the first problems to calculate the two film resistance. So now we will see this problem. For a system in which, if you see this one, for a system in which component A is transferring from a liquid to a gas phase. Okay, the system is there in which a component A is there. Component A, this component A is transferring from a liquid to the gas phase. So this is important. From the gas phase to the liquid phase or the liquid phase to the gas phase, we have to first determine what phase it is getting transferred. So component A is present in the liquid phase, which is getting transferred to the gas phase. So the problem is liquid phase to gas phase problem, this one. So the equilibrium is given by Ya star is equal to 0.75 Xa. This is nothing but Henry's law. Henry's law is equal to Y is equal to Hx. Okay, this is 0.75 is nothing but Henry's law constant, H, capital H. So next statement is, at one point in the apparatus, the liquid contains 90 mole percentage of A, component A, 90 mole percentage is there at one point. Okay, maybe mass transfer is taking place from higher concentration region to lower concentration region, because next statement is, and gas contains 45 mole percentage. So see, this is liquid contains 90 mole percentage A, whereas gas contains 45 mole percentage A. So our mass transfer problem is from liquid phase to gas phase. So this is the initial concentration. 90% is the liquid phase concentration, which is initial concentration, which is getting transferred to the gas, which has a concentration of final concentration of 45 mole percentage of component A. Then the next statement is, the individual gas film mass transfer coefficient of this point at this point in the apparatus is this one. So individual mass transfer coefficient. So gas, it is given as gas film mass transfer coefficient. That means Kg. Okay, because it is individual, it is given. Individual means it doesn't come KOG. KOG is the mass transfer coefficient, overall mass transfer coefficient. Individual mass transfer coefficient is Kg or KL. So since it is given here as gas, so we can say this is Kg only. So Kg is equal to 0.02716 kilomole per meter square second. Okay, then 70 percentage and 70 percentage of the overall resistance. So this is saying of the overall resistance means KOG, mass transfer, is known to be encountered in the gas film. So 70 percentage of the resistance is totally offered by the gas film resistance, not by the liquid film resistance. So this statement meaning is 70 percentage of the overall resistance to mass transfer is known to be encountered in the gas film. So what we need to determine? Determine the molar flux of A. Molar flux is nothing but Na. Na we have to determine. Then next point is the interfacial concentration. So whatever the interfacial concentration will be there, Yai. So these are given in Xa and Yas. So we have to determine whether Xa or Yai. Interface, in the at this interface, two film interface, we have to determine what is the concentration of component A. Then the next determination is the overall mass transfer coefficient for liquid and gas phase. So already here, if you see, KOG is given as 70 percentage of the Kg, whereas KOL we have to determine. So let's see what we have to determine. So now, given data. So I hope you understood the problem. So first we have to write the given data. So for a system, let us read once again the problem. For a system in which component A, one component is there, is transferring from the liquid to the gas phase. So first statement is this one, liquid to gas phase transfer. So let us draw the two concentration profiles. One is liquid. So liquid film will be there first, and Next one is after this interface, gas film will start. So let us say this is liquid, bulk liquid. This is a bulk gas. So this is liquid gas film. This is liquid film because this side liquid is there, this side gas is there. So gas film come will this side and liquid film will come this side. So this film is there. First, first the component A will have a concentration of 90%. So see this one, 90% of component A in liquid. Liquid contains 90% component A. So 90% mole percentage means we can write in the mole fraction divided by 100, which is 0.9. XA is equal to 0.9. Then this concentration will undergo a mass transfer. So mass transfer through the liquid film. Then this concentration will lower to some point, and after that it will be acquired in the it will get transferred to the gas film. Then from this gas film to it will be transferred, the component A will be transferred to the bulk gas phase. So the and gas contains 45 mole percentage component A. So we can say in the gas side we are denoting mole fractions with Y. So Ya is equal to 0.45. So these are the interface concentrations YAI, or in the liquid film it is XAI. So these are interfacial concentrations, these two, because this is interface. Okay, for the both phases, this line indicates that is interface. So this is the mass transfer path. Okay, mass transfer distance we can say Z. So starting point will be for this one. This is the origin. This is some Z. So mass transfer is taking place from the liquid phase to gas phase. So here mass transfer is taking place from the liquid phase to gas phase. So next point they have given is at this point in the apparatus, the individual, let's see, the individual gas film mass transfer coefficient at this point in the apparatus is this one. So individual gas phase they are giving. So this is gas phase and this is individual. So we can say this is kg. So gas film will be this side. So kg is equal to 0.02716 kilomole per meter square second. So individual gas film mass transfer coefficient, that one. So next statement is the 70% of the overall resistance to the mass transfer is known to be encountered in the gas film. So overall mass transfer coefficient, the meaning of the statement is 70% of the overall, they are saying gas film coefficient, 70% of the overall resistance they are saying, not a coefficient. So resistance is, overall resistance is 1 by kog. Okay, when they are giving in a statement overall coefficient means we have to take only kog. When they are referring the resistance means 1 by kog. So 1 by kog to the mass transfer is known to be encountered in the gas film. So this statement is this one, is equal to kg. So then encountered in the gas film. So what we have to determine in the part A, we have to determine what is Na. Okay, in the part B, interfacial concentration B, let us say it is given in Y and X. So we have to determine interfacial concentration, whether YAI or XAI we can determine. Okay, anyone, if you know this one, we can calculate easily this one because already Henry's law is given. So next one is C, overall mass transfer coefficient, this one, KOG and KOL. So this is overall mass transfer coefficient in the liquid and gas phase. So gas phase mass transfer coefficient is this capital KOG and this capital KOL. We need to determine these two. So this is the problem. We have decoded the problem. Next is Henry's law, they already given. What is Henry's law? Y is equal to Y star. Y star is equal to 0.75 XA. So this is Henry's law constant h. So Henry's law, in general, Henry's law can be written as that this y is equal to hx. Therefore, this 0.75 is nothing but value of h. So this is the problem. We decoded this problem. Let us see what we have to do next. So from this equation, we can calculate what is KOG. So 70% means 0.75, 0.7 into 1 by KOG is equal to okay, 1 by kg, this one, because they are referring to the resistances. Okay, so that value will be this one. So already we know what is kg. What is kg? We know 0.7 into 1 by KOG is equal to 1 by 0.0276. 0.0276, I guess. 0.02716. 102716. Therefore, we can say what is KOG. KOG, let us send this to the RHS side and we will bring this to the LHS side. 0.7 into 0.02716. Yeah, this one. So this one will come 0.019 kilomole per meter square second.
Zero 190, sir.
Yeah, 0.019 we can take. Yes. Then first part is completed. First bit, not first bit, only KOG. What is KOG? We have completed. Then the first bit is they are saying what is NA? NA is equal to what? We already know what is NA. NA is equal to KOG into YA star minus YA, or it can also be equal to liquid phase concentration KOL into XA minus XA star. So we already derived this one from the two film resistance theory. We have derived this one. KNA is equal to KOG YA star minus YA and KOL XA minus XA star. So we have to calculate what is NA. We have to find this one. What is NA? We have this value KOG we have, and yeah, okay. Now this problem. Okay, then if you see here, Na is equal to KOG YA minus YA star minus YA. We have this one YA, but we don't have this one YA star. So to calculate this one, we require this YA star. Hello. Okay, is it okay now? Call on hold.
Yes.
Okay, we'll continue. Okay, yeah, from the Henry's law, it is given as Ya star is equal to 0.75 into Xa. So we already have what is Xa. Xa is nothing but 0.9. Okay, initially it is started from 0.9. Ya star is equal to 0.75 into 0.9. So it will come around 0.675. So now we have what is KOG, we have Na is equal to KOG Ya star minus Ya. Then KOG we already calculated 0.019 into Ya star, just now we calculated this one 0.675 minus Ya is 0.45. So this one we can calculate, you can verify the value 4.274 into 10 power minus 3 kilomole per meter square second, we will get this value.
Yes, sir. 4.75 into 10 to the power of minus 3.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, this is complete part A. Then part B, they are asked to calculate what is interfacial concentration. So, okay, if you see this profile to calculate the interfacial concentration, this is liquid film, this is gas film, this is bulk gas, this is bulk liquid phase. So here if you see the overall mass transfer coefficient, whenever we are saying referring to KOG, we are referring to the concentration from here to here. Okay, when we are saying Kg or here Kl, we are referring to the concentration in this region only. Okay, whenever we are saying KOL, we are referring to the concentrations in overall region. That is the meaning of overall and individual. So individual, when we just apply a mass balance individually, what we will get? Na is equal to Kg, small k, this one Kg, we can say Kg into Yai. Here the interfacial concentration is there. Yai minus this one, Ya is already there here. Here Xa is there. Then Xai is there here. So for this concentration, we are referring this region, individual mass transfer coefficient, Yai minus Ya, we can say. So Yai minus Ya is nothing but we already have what is Na. Just now we determine this is Na value 4.274 into 10 power minus 3 is equal to kg, small kg value we already have 0.02716 into Yai minus Ya we already have, it is 0.45 from the data itself, so 0.45. So we can calculate what is Yai, which is 4.274 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 0.02716, okay, plus 0.45. Okay, this will come around Ya is equal to 0.607. So you can verify the value. Okay, now part D, part C. Part C, they are asking us to calculate what is overall mass transfer coefficients. Overall mass transfer coefficients are these two. KOG is equal to what and KOL is equal to what they are asking. So we already know the formulas for KOG and KOL from our what we call from our gas film resistance, two film resistance. 1 by KOG is equal to, you can refer to the PPT also for these formulas. We already derived all the formulas. In the two film resistance theory, we have derived the formulas. So this one, if you see, this one is the formulas. So 1 by KOG is equal to 1 by kg plus H by KL. This is 1 by kg plus H by KL. One formula for KOG, and next one is 1 by KOL, overall liquid phase mass transfer coefficient is 1 by, so let us see this value, 1 by HKG, 1 by HKG plus 1 by K. So we have to determine this one KOL and this KOG. Okay, from the given data itself, we already evaluated what is KOG. So KOG we already know. KOG just we calculated KOG value, which is okay, KOG value we already calculated. Okay, this one 0.019 kilomole per meter square second. We already calculated the KOG value. So that KOG value we can evaluate. We can just put there. So this KOG is nothing but 0.019 kilomole per meter square second. Now we already know this value. We don't need to calculate this value. But here if you see, we want this KOL value. But in order to calculate this one, this is already given in data. This H is also given in data, but we don't have this one. KL we don't have. So KL here, if you see in this formula, KL we can find out from here. So let us substitute this in this formula. So 1 by KOG. KOG is 0.019 is equal to 1 by kg, we already know 0.02716 plus Henry's law constant we already know 0.75 divided by KL. So you can calculate what is KL value. So 1 by 0.019 minus 1 by 0.02716 is equal to 0.75 by KL. Then KL is equal to, so we can calculate this one. So 0.75 divided by 1 by 0.019 plus 1 by 0.02716. So you can calculate the KL value. Just verify that one. The answer given in your handout is correct or not. So KL is equal to 0.0476. See here, this one 0.0476 is the KL. So this value is 0.0476 kilomole per meter square second. Okay, you can verify that value. So next one is this, we have to calculate KOL. So if you see this one, so KOL, from this formula we can evaluate KOL. What is KOL? So it implies 1 by KOL is equal to 1 by H we already know 0.75 and kg we already know 0.02716 kg.
Sir,
Yes.
0.047, sir.
Yeah, yes, it's correct.
But here minus, sir. We wrote plus.
Where minus?
KL is equals to 0.75 by
Yeah.
1 by.
Okay. Just okay, thank you. Okay, then here 0.75 into 0.0276 and KL just we calculated 0.0476. So 1 by 0.75 into 0.02716 divided by 1 by 0.0476. So therefore we can calculate what is KOL. KOL is equal to, so 1 by 0.75 into 0.0276 plus 1 by 0.0476. So this value you can calculate what is KOL. KOL is this already I have calculated. This one 0.0.
0.0142, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you. This one is 0.014. 0.0142 kilomole per meter square second. So this one, so part C is this one, KOG and KOL values. KOG already is there, KOL we have calculated. So this completes the problem. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, or otherwise we will move to the next one. Okay, then the next problem is this one, wetted wall tower problem. A wetted wall column. So this one I am writing what is given data itself. So given data. So first I am explaining the problem. A wetted wall column is used to absorb NH3 by water. Okay, NH3 by water from 6 volume percentage in air. So ammonia plus air mixture is there, in which ammonia is getting transferred to the water. So initially the NH3 concentration is 6 volume percentage in air. The gas flow rate is 1.2 kilomole per minute. The gas will have a flow rate of 1.2 kilomole per minute. So 1.2 kilomole per minute is nothing but Kg, capital G this one. Yet total pressure 1 atma and temperature T is equal to 20 degrees centigrade. Calculate the overall MTC means mass transfer coefficient. I am writing it in a shortcut. So MTC is nothing but mass transfer coefficient. So we have to calculate what is mass transfer coefficient. The data given are the water flow rate to gas flow rate. So nothing but water is in liquid form. So L and G. L by G is equal to 1.4. They are giving this L by G is equal to 1.4. The outlet gas concentration is 1.5. So initially the NH3 concentration is 6 volume percentage. So final NH3 concentration in the gas phase is 1.5 volume percentage or mole percentage. So next, the column height. The column will have a height of 100 centimeters and a diameter. Column diameter is 2 centimeters. The Henry's law constant. So capital H is 1.3. Let us see what is this problem. Pictorial form. So wetted wall tower is there. Okay, nothing but an absorption column you can say. So wetted wall tower is there, in which the gas. So gas is there. So gas is composed of NH3 plus air. So initially the NH3 concentration, let us say this is A, this is B. Okay, I am just writing what are the concentrations. Since this is gas phase, so we can give the value as Ya1. Initially, if you take the wetted wall column, bottom side as 1 and top side as 2. Okay, in order to balance the tower, any tower, we have to assume the variables. So top section as 1 or top section as 2, bottom section as 1 or bottom section as 2, because we will have a easy in verifying our values, our giving the designation to the particular concentration or particular mole fraction. So we can take this as Ya1. Ya1 is 6 volume percentage. So if you see this one, this is 6 volume percentage. Volume percentage into mole fraction is nothing but 0.0 divided by 100. So 0.06 it will get. Yeah, 0.06 it will get. Then this gas will just release outside. So gas will go outside. So this is inlet for the gas. If you take this as a tower, so big tower you can say, the bottom and top are 1 and 2 variables just classified. So this is gas outlet. So at the outlet of the gas, the water flow rate, this is the outlet gas concentration is outlet gas. So this is 2 variable. So we can write this as Ya2. Ya2 is equal to, this is 0.015. 0.015 NH3 concentration. NH3 is A, so at position 2 its concentration is 0.015. Then next one is, it is separating, that NH3 is separating by liquid. Which liquid? Water. So this is liquid inlet. Usually wetted valve will operate in a counter current fashion. So gas will enter from the bottom and liquid will enter from the top. So this is liquid inlet, nothing but water inlet. So almost we can consider water is pure water, we can consider. So if it is a pure water, for the concentrations of NH3 in the liquid phase, we are referring it with X. So this is at position 2. We can take this as pure water, which don't have any part of NH3 inside it. So XA2 is equal to 0 we can take. Then outlet concentration of liquid. So this is liquid outlet. Liquid outlet or water outlet we can say. So XA1, this is position 1. So you can, this is position 1. So XA1 is equal to, we have to determine this, what is XA1. So calculate the overall mass transfer coefficient. So mass transfer coefficient K we have to calculate what is the mass transfer coefficient. Then the next given data is the water inlet. If you see this one, 1.2. 1.2 is the gas flow rate. So gas flow rate G they have given. G is equal to 1.2 kilomole per minute they have given. So this one, and pressure they have given, PT is equal to 1 atm and temperature is equal to 20 degrees centigrade. Already they have provided. Then what is the height of this tower? So height of this tower is equal to H is equal to 100 centimeter. Then what is the diameter of this tower? So diameter D is equal to 2 centimeter. Here you can verify this is diameter and this is height. And next data is Henry's law constant. Henry's law constant is denoted by capital H. H is equal to 1.3. And the next data is this one, 1.4, which is water flow rate to gas flow rate. Water is nothing but liquid phase. So L by G is equal to 1.4 they have given. So G we already know. G they have already given. G is equal to 1.2 kilomole per minute. So when this 1.4 is multiplied by this G, we can obtain L value. L is nothing but this water flow rate. L here also L, and here is also L, since the constant volumetric flow rate. Constant volumetric flow rate or molar flow rate we can take. So this is the decoding of data. Now we have to calculate what is the mass transfer coefficient. Before that, the unknown concentration, we don't know what is this XA, the concentration of NH3 in the liquid outlet. We don't know. Water outlet, we don't know what is this concentration. So first we have to calculate what is that concentration. Okay, if you see the PPT, the wetted wall tower already we have derived earlier in the earlier classes. So this is wetted wall tower. So here it is all this wetted wall tower. So gas inlet is there and gas outlet is there, and liquid inlet is there and liquid outlet is there. So we already given supplied with G value. Together L by G value also given. We can calculate from L by G, L value also we can calculate. So here mole fractions are given, not a concentration, mole fractions are given, or volume percentage is given. So initially we know what is Ya1 we know, and here also Ya2 we know, XA2 we know, and here we know what is this Ya2 we know, but we don't know what is XA1. Okay, mole fraction of NH3 in the liquid water or liquid phase, liquid outlet we don't know. So we have just have to just balance the mole balance, conduct a mole balance around this tower. We have conducted rate of moles output is equal to rate of moles input, because it is a steady state and without chemical reaction. So we have obtained this formula already. Let us do once again some mole balance. how can we conduct the mole balance? Okay, how to conduct the mole balance? Okay, let us just see here. It is tower. Okay, once again I'm drawing. Okay, clearly I'm drawing now. Now this is gas inlet and this is liquid inlet. Okay, you can verify from these symbols. Okay, these are inlets and this is liquid outlet and this is gas outlet. So here they are supplied with the concentrations. So from the top side we are taking as 2 and bottom side we are taking as 1, variable 1. So this is we can say it is YA1. So this is YA2. This is XA2. This is XA1. So correspondingly, we will have a equilibrium concentration. This is, since this is in gas phase, we will have a equilibrium concentrations in the liquid phase as XA1 star here. So here this is liquid phase. We will have a equilibrium concentration in the vapor phase as YA2 here. So here it is gas phase. So we will have a equilibrium concentration here as XA1 star. Here this is the liquid phase. We will have a equilibrium concentration as YA1 star. So these are the variables. Now let us balance the mole balance, conduct a mole balance. Mole balance, what the mole balance is saying, rate of moles input is equal to rate of moles output, because it is at steady state and without chemical reaction. So rate of moles input is nothing but input. See, this is a incoming arrow. So incoming arrow means it is input. So G into YA1. So this composition for component A, NH3 balance, for NH3 balance, G into YA1. Then next inputs are, this is also ingoing arrow. So ingoing arrow, so L into XA2. L into XA2 is equal to, then what are the outputs? So equation after this equal symbol, what we have to write? Outputs. So output here, this one is outgoing arrow. This one is outgoing arrow. So G into YA2. G into YA2 plus this one is outgoing arrow. This also L into XA1. L into XA1. Okay, just we are separating these variables. We are bringing this G to this side and sending this L to this side. So G YA1 is a minus G YA2 is equal to L XA1 minus L XA2. So we can take a common G as a common. So G into YA1 minus YA2 is equal to L into XA1 minus XA2. So now we got the balance equation. So from this balance equation, we already know the three values in the balance equation. Okay, in the balance itself, we already know the three values. So this value we know, YA1 we know, YA2 we know, XA2 we know, but XA1 we don't know. We have to determine that one. So if you see, this one is L by G by L. L by G we can write. So if you send this G to this side, so what will happen? Okay, let us send this L to this side. So we will send this L to this side. So G by L into YA1 minus YA2 is equal to, so XA1 minus XA2. We can write this one. So we already know what is XA2 is equal to 0, because we already in the given data, since we are considering this as a pure liquid. So liquid inlet, water inlet is pure water. We are assuming that there is no concentration of NH3 in the initial water. XA2 is equal to 0. So that XA2 we can cancel out. We can put 0. So here XA2 we are putting 0. So G by L into YA1 minus YA2 is equal to XA1. So we already know what is L by G. So L by G is 1.4. So G by L is nothing but 1 by 1.4. So given data, in the given data they have given L by G is equal to 1.4. So we have conducting a reciprocal. So G by L by G is equal to 1.4. Then G by L is equal to 1 by 1.4. Then YA1 we already know what is YA1. YA1 they have already given initial concentration as 6%, 6 volume percentage, 0.06 minus, and outlet concentration of NH3 in the gas phase they have given 1.5%. This is 0.015. Therefore, we can calculate what is XA. So XA1 will come around XA1 will come around 0.0321. It will come. Okay, you can verify that one. XA1 is equal to 0.0321.
Yes.
0.01. Okay. 0.0321. Okay, then next one is we have to calculate according to the first bit. We have to calculate according to that one. First, we have to calculate what is NA. NA or kilomole per minute. So we already derived this one also. So see this one, G into YA1 minus YA2 is equal to L into XA1 minus XA2. So this is equal to NA bar, or in some textbooks it will given as WA bar. So this will units, this NA bar or this WA bar will have a units per mole per second, or something kg per second. So this one will have a units of this one. When there is no bar, NA will have a units of, we already know what is NA. NA is equal to mole per meter square second. It will come in the units of mole per meter square second. Whereas NA bar or WA bar will come in mole per second. So here we have to calculate what is WA bar. WA bar is equal to G into YA1 minus YA2. So G we already know what is G is 1.2, they have already given, and YA1 we already know YA1 is equal to 0.06 minus YA2 is equal to 0.015. So we can calculate what is WA bar. So 1.2 into 0.06 minus 0.015. So it will get 0.054.
0.054, sir.
Yes. W is equal to 0.054. This is kilomole per minute. Okay, when we multiply this with area, yeah, okay, we can convert this into seconds. So we already know what is 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So this minute will be multiplied with seconds, 60, in order to get into seconds. So this will be multiplied with 1 by 60. Since minutes is in denominator, so we have to just divide with 60. So 0.04 divided by 60. Okay, you will get WA bar is equal to some value, and the unit says kilomole per second. So it will come 9 into 10 power minus 4 kilomole per second.
9 into 10 power minus 4.
Yes, kilomole per second it will come. So this is the value. Then finally we have to determine what is K. What is the value of overall gas phase mass transfer coefficient, KOG or KOL, we have to calculate. Now if you see, this one is already equal to, this is always equal to L into XA1 minus XA 2. So WA value we already got. So now we have to, we already know mass transfer, what is flux is equal to mass transfer coefficient into concentration gradient or concentration difference, we can say. So we already written, so Na is equal to, so mass transfer coefficient they are asking KOG or KOL in terms of liquid phase, in terms of gas phase, this one. So area multiplied by Na is equal to kilomole per meter square second. This will have kilomole per second will have. So in order to compensate for meter square into delta Y, I already told you for the counter current we have to incorporate the logarithmic mean concentration difference, delta Ln or delta YLN or delta PLN. So this we have to calculate. So in this one, delta YLN is equal to delta Y1 minus delta Y2 divided by Ln of delta Y1 by delta Y2. Okay, in the PPT also you can verify these values. We already derived. So initially, if you see this one, Na is equal to KOG into delta PLN. So Na is equal to KOG into delta PLN. But so Na is directly kilomole per meter square second. So in order to compensate but that meter square value, we are adding here A value, area value. So these are the formulas, delta PLN or delta YLN. Here it is given in mole fractions. Delta YLN is equal to delta Y1 minus delta Y2 divided by delta Y1 by delta Y2. So delta Y1 is nothing but this difference, Ya1 minus Ya1 star, and delta Y2 is nothing but at position 2. It is the difference between Ya2 star minus Ya2 minus Ya2 star. So this one we have to calculate. So this one, if you see what is the area we have to calculate. Area of the tower is nothing but pi d into L. So pi d already they have given 2 centimeters something they have given. 2 into 10 power centimeters means minus 2 meters it will get, and 100 centimeters is the length they have given. So 10 power minus 2. So this value you will get around 2 into 100, 200 into 10 power minus 4 into pi. So you will get that value, area value
0.0628, sir.
0.0628. Yeah, 628 meters square per gram. Zero point 0.0628 meters square we will get this value. Now we already know what is V value, A value. So what is A value we already know. Now we have to calculate this mass transfer coefficient. So okay, now we already have a WGA value, so we can say WGA bar, which will have a kilomole per second or kilomole per minute value. WGA bar is equal to KOG A into delta Y Ln. From this equation we can say what is Na. Na is equal to WGA bar or Na bar divided by area. So now you see WGA bar will have a units of kilomole per second, and A will have a units of meter square, meter square per second. This is Na bar. So meter square per second. Then Na is equal to flux is equal to molar rate divided by area. So now WGA bar we already have. WGA bar, how much it is? 9 into 10 power minus 4 is equal to KOG. We already don't know. That one only we have to calculate. Area we know 0.0628 into delta Y ln. So only the unknown here is this one, delta Y ln, so that we can calculate KOG. So delta Y ln we have to calculate. So delta Y ln is equal to, so delta Y ln, already we defined what is delta Y ln. So delta Y1 is equal to, so bottom is, so here if you see from this tower we can calculate what is delta Y ln. So this is delta Y1 is equal to the difference between these two. So YA1 minus YA1 star, and at position 2 the difference between these two, delta Y2 is equal to this one YA2, this is YA2 star. So if you see, this is YA2 minus YA2 star. So this one. So delta Y1 is equal to, from the tower balance itself we can calculate what is delta Y's. So this one is delta Y1 is equal to YA1 minus YA1 star, then delta Y2 is equal to YA2 minus YA2 star. So YA2 we already have these values YA1 and YA2, but we don't have these values YA1 star and YA2 star. So we have to calculate that YA1 star and YA2 star. How to calculate this one? From the Henry's law we can say YA1 star is equal to H into XA1, and similarly for the Henry's law YA2 star is equal to H into XA2. H value already they have provided. Okay, YA1 star is equal to H value they have given something 1.3 or something they are given. 1.3, yes, 1.3 they already given, and YA1 also they have given 0.06. So H is equal to 1.3, and XA1 also they have given XA1. Can somebody say what is XA1 value? Okay, XA1 is equal to 0.0321. We already calculated this one. 0.0321 XA1 value. So we can calculate what is YA1 star is equal to what, and here also YA2 star is equal to 1.3 is Henry's law constant, and XA2 is equal to 0. So YA2 star is equal to 0. So now we can calculate what is delta Y1 and delta Y2. So 1.3 into 0.0321 is how much?
0.0417, sir.
0.0417. So from these values we can calculate delta Y1. So delta Y1 is equal to YA1 is equal to 0.06 minus YA1 star is equal to 0.0417. Similarly, delta Y2 is equal to YA2 we already know 0.015 minus YA2 star is 0. So delta Y2 is equal to 0.015, and this is how much? 0.06 minus 0.0417.
0.0183, sir.
0.0183. So all the values are here. So we can calculate what is delta y1. So delta y ln is equal to delta y1 is 0.0183 minus delta y2 is 0.015 divided by ln of 0.0183 divided by 0.015. So this value you can see.
0.0165, sir.
0.0165. Okay. So now we can calculate. So that one we already know, Na bar or WGA bar is equal to KOG area into delta y Ln. So we already know this one is Na bar is Na bar is 9 into 10 power minus 4. Into 10 power minus 4 and A is 0.0628. Into delta YLN is 0.0165. So KOG is equal to 9 into 10 power minus 4 divided by 0.062 into 0.0165. So how much this is? KOG is equal to something we will get
0.879, sir.
879 kilomole per meter square second. So this value you will get. Okay, I hope you understood this one. 0.879 kilomole per second. Okay, yeah, 0.868 we are getting. Okay, yeah, 0.879, it is correct. Okay, I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, you can contact me. And tomorrow there are 2 classes for mass transfer operations. Okay, among these 2 classes, we will do one class is completely we will dedicate to solve these 2 problems. Okay, I am requesting just to go through this problem once again before coming. Sorry, before coming to the tomorrow's class, you have to go through these 2 problems. Okay, how can I send this? I don't have a mobile phone, or I have to send this one. I will upload in the chat box. Can you people able to see the chat box? Whatever the documents I am uploading. Can anybody? Hello? Hello, Pavani?
Sir,
Yeah, you are able to access the chat box?
no, sir.
Nobody can see the chat box. Okay,
No,
now,
sir, chat box is disappearing.
okay, now I am sending one document. You can see them. Okay, just in 2 minutes I will conclude this class. Okay, I have sent one document. It's still sending. Yeah, it is sent. You can access now, I guess. In your chat tab, you can see the document, 2 problems I just uploaded. Okay, it is from your old question papers only, but it is not given in your PDF, solid PDFs. So tomorrow we will try to solve these 2 problems. Okay, can anybody confirm you can access that document?
Yes.
Liquid.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Please go through that problem for tomorrow's class. Okay, only one class.
It was there. It was
Yeah?
there in CT2 chat box.
Yeah, okay. Now please go through these 2 problems, okay, before coming to the tomorrow's class. Okay, compared to the gas phase problems, liquid phase problems are somewhat critical because we have to apply some CPP principles, chemical process principles here, so that we can obtain the concentration profiles. Because if you notice this problem, the concentrations are given in weight percentages in the almost every liquid phase problem. So weight percentage, by weight they will give, but in the concentration it is very easy because they will give in volume percentage or mole percentage, some pressure percentage, all 3 are same, but whereas in the liquid phase they will always mention the problem concentrations in the weight percentage. So we have to calculate the weight to mole fractions for phase 1 and phase 2, and for the position 1 and position 2. So compared to the gas phase problems, these liquid phase problems are somewhat critical. So I request you to please go through these problems, read these problems, and note down what is the given data first, so that we can solve maximum at most 1 class I will take, the next class. Okay, after that we will conclude that this unit 1, and we will move to the quickly we will move to the next unit. Okay, thank you for listening. I will download your attendance. Yeah, okay, thank you. I am leaving. Thank you. Bye.